Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we put out daily videos about all the latest and greatest gaming content, so tap that subscribe button, that way you never miss another one. Plus, I want you to comment down below what the scariest game that you've ever played was. Now let's get into today's list, the top 10 scary games coming out for the Nintendo Switch. In at number 10, the Resident Evil series. That's right, gamers, Capcom's biggest selling video game series is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This series, which is well known for its survival horror genre along with action and adventure and puzzle solving elements, will now be ported to the Switch. Nintendo recently announced that Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 7 will all be available to play at home or on the go. As for the release dates, well, you won't have to wait too long. It's set to be released on May 21st, 2019. In at number 9, The Color of Madness.
Lost in time and space. Who can fathom the hateful scorn of the swirling stars?
The Color of Madness marks the third and final game for Darkest Dungeon. It begins with a comet crashing into a farm, and following that, the impact that leaves behind these strange slimy crystals. Because of this, the land and their inhabitants mutate into this enemy faction called Husks. In The Color of Madness, you're essentially fighting out endless waves of these enemies. It's been said that the game is an homage to H.P. Lovecraft's story The Color Out of Space, combined with the demanding grind of the Darkest Dungeons. In at number 8, World of Horror. This game is described as an unsettling cosmic horror retro RPG, and Nintendo Switch fans will be able to play it pretty soon. World of Horror takes place in a small town in Japan where the population is slowly declining as these grotesque creatures begin to terrify the few people that remain in the village. While playing, you'll have to find your way through this hell-like reality through turn-based combat. It's an interesting type of game that allows players to test out different outcomes by building a deck of event cards, which help you kind of navigate your battle against darkness. And at number 7, Silver Chains. This first-person horror game is taking full advantage of the Unreal Engine 4 to present a spooky experience for Switch gamers everywhere. The game is set inside an early 20th century English manor, which definitely adds to the creepy atmosphere that you'll encounter as you go along. When Peter, the protagonist of the game, wakes up inside of the abandoned mansion, he has no idea how or why he's there. You'll have to solve puzzles and uncover the dark secrets of what led to this mysterious accident, which provide hints to solve this dilemma. And at number 6, Home Sweet Home. The developers for this first-person horror game announced that they will be porting it to the Nintendo Switch very soon. The environment for this game is kind of really interesting actually. It's based on a scary Thai setting, with the narrative for the game being inspired by myths in Thailand. Unlike most horror games, Home Sweet Home will focus more on a stealth type gameplay and require that you actually have skills to solve puzzles, investigate, and try to survive. And at number 5, Those Who Remain. This thrilling puzzle adventure game focused on storytelling and suspense was also recently announced to be coming to the Nintendo Switch in 2019. When Edward Turner arrives in a small town, it becomes a classic wrong place, wrong time scenario. He finds strange creatures lurking in the dark, killing those who approach the shadows. The only way to survive is to avoid the darkness and stay in the light. The game becomes challenging because this threat of darkness is consistent throughout the game, which will always keep you on your toes. In at number 4, Among the Sleep.
I don't think we're supposed to be here. Look at this place.
This is an exciting addition to the Nintendo Switch. Among the Sleep is an award-winning horror game, and Krillbyte Studio announced that they will be soon terrifying us at home and on the go with their port to the Switch. It was originally launched for the PC in 2014 and involves players taking a step back in time to when they were just 2 years old. You play as an innocent child accompanied by your teddy bear as you navigate the dark world that is your home in search of your parent. And at number 3, Closed Nightmare. Well, it looks like the Switch is bringing back some FMV love that was first popularized on the PC back in the 90s. The game follows the terrifying experience of a woman who was kidnapped and follows her journey as she tries to escape this scary experiment. It mixes together live action sequences and in-game challenges, plus, not to mention your protagonist's left arm is paralyzed, so yeah, there's also that. Definitely will make this gruesome experience much more difficult than anything else. In at number 2, Maid of Sker.
Evil preventing. The Maid of Sker.
You'll have to be extremely quiet in this game because your enemies can track and hunt you down through sound. Maid of Sker is a first-person survival horror game that takes place in a remote hotel with a history of Welsh folklore. It's a chilling game that needs you to brave the nightmares of the quiet men. It's suggested that when they arrive, not to panic or even breathe. This game is especially interesting because it's based on a haunting true story of Elizabeth Williams. The game is set in 1898 in a home that's actually real and still standing to this day. It's believed that the Sker house is one of the most haunted homes in all of Britain. Lastly, at our number 1 spot, Dead by Daylight.
Killer is upon you. Now run. Hide. Scavenge for items. Open the gates and escape with your life. Or take on the role of the killer.
Set to be released in the fall of 2019, this very popular multiplayer survival horror game will bring brand new content, everything from new killers, new survivors, new maps, new everything when Dead by Daylight comes to the Nintendo Switch. One person will take on the role of this savage killer as the 4 other players try to survive. If you're caught, you have a lot of torture and death ahead of you. It's still unknown if the Nintendo Switch version will have exclusive content, but due to the later release date, it's a possible option, I guess, depending on pre-order sales. And that has been the top 10 scary games coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on this list. Which games are you most excited for? Also, for more videos like this one, all you have to do is hit that playlist on your screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.